Hey there everybody, Johnny here, bringing you another episode of my Vainglory gameplay. This time as a solo casual match, and I will be using Fortress. Because after all, in this game, it looks like I have to be the roam hero, and I don't want to be using the usual Arden and Catherine. And as you have seen from my other episodes, I've been trying to use other heroes as roam, in the roam position. And I decided to use a proper roam hero here, but not a common one in this current meta for this part of the world, and also not very common for me, at least. So basically, I'm going to try out Fortress. Now, Fortress, what I love about him is that he's very aggressive, and I like the whole fact that, you know, with the truth of the tooth, if you were to target a particular enemy, and if all the allies start attacking that enemy, it allows them to heal. I mean, not exactly heal. I think it's just lifesteal. Sorry about that. Yeah, lifesteal or something like that. So it helps the entire team to know who to focus on, because if they are smart enough, they should target the hero that I target. Because hopefully they understand a bit more about Fortress's abilities and stuff like that. So if they know better, they would focus on the hero that I target using my A ability, because that's easiest for them to chase after and also get the lifesteal off. And I also like one more thing about Fortress, and that is his ability, his passive perk, or not passive perk, heroic perk, there we go, of him getting a speed boost whenever he's near an ally. This allows me to not have to buy boots so early on to keep up with my allies or keep up with the fight. So it allows me to buy some health items instead, focusing on that. Alright, so we are looking into lane and we see Saw there, really close to our turret, and we wanted to go to try to gank him, but unfortunately by the time we got there, he's a bit too far. Well, Blackfeather tries anyway. Nothing comes out of that. So we're just gonna go back to the jungle, because oh man, they're already flaring into our bush, so we have to be careful here. Alright, so we're just gonna try to get some of these farm before they try to invade us. And I'm not really that scared if they invade us, because I mean, I am after all a very aggressive roam, and my bleed procs can be quite deadly. So if they want to fight, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? So just that they might. Ouch! They have scout traps already. Jeez. Yeah. So I just want to be careful about the other team if they're hiding in the bush, because you know the element of surprise can give them an advantage. Okay. So here we are. We are just going to flare around to check the bushes. I'm gonna put. Do I? Yeah, I put one scout trap right there. And yeah, I'm just gonna go into that side of the jungle to see what's happening. Nothing as of right yet, so we're just gonna head up to this bush over here. We see the Saw right there, and we're gonna wait to ambush him. There goes the core collapse and my truth of the tooth, and we finish him off. And now it's good for Celeste to just peacefully farm in the lane to push the turret. And now we've got Rona on our hands. Rona wants a piece of us. So we're gonna hit. Oh, Joe jumps in. Nice stun right there into that little choke point. And now we're going to just hang around, wait for them to make the mistake. Nice kill there by the Blackfeather. And now we also finish the Rona. So, alright, so we're just gonna get some items here, guys. Yeah, gonna build towards the usual, you know, my Fountain of Renewal. And also, like to say, it gives us a chance to steal their farm. It's very important not to get Rona fed, and if we can do that, especially in the early game, later game, Blackfeather should be the more dominant one, I feel. Alright, so here we go. Just gonna keep on taking farm here. Everything's going well. So as I was saying, what I love about the Fortress again, unfortunately, I don't have any of his skins though. His skins are really wicked with all the flame thingies going on. But yeah, what I love about him is that how he's like a walking warhorn in that sense. Like the moment I give the truth of the tooth thingy, you know, it gives a huge speed boost to my team, at least nearby at least. And also I think the wolves speed us up as well. The ultimate, yeah. So attack of the pack. Yeah, I have to say it like that because it's more cool. And yeah, so attack of the pack I think gives a bit of a speed boost to my teammates as well. Or at least myself, I'm not sure. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, Joel is really low, and she does die from it. And here we're just going to stun the Rona and finish her off as well. I get both kills. I'm like, whoa! As you know, guys, Fortress is like the KS King. The reason behind that is because of his B ability. Oh, but hang on here. I make the mistake of tapping on the shop when I actually meant to go away, like further out. I tapped on the shop and I stopped, and that's why I got shanked by that saw. But my team is able to finish him off, so that's good. Once again, stealing the farm. This is very good. This is very, very good. Joel is there trying to catch on to the Black Feather, but I think that was a really bad idea. She was all alone there, and I think that was a bad choice, in my opinion, to try to go in alone on both of them. Okay, so as I was saying, Fortress's B ability, Law of the Claw, procs a bleed onto the enemy. Now, this bleed, of course, will basically shed the enemy's HP bit by bit. But at the same time, it has this passive whereby if this enemy who is having this bleed proc takes basic attack damage 6 times from any source, either myself or my allies, then there will be a burst damage onto their health by a percentage of health. I forgot the exact percentage here, but it's pretty big. So that's why sometimes it seems as though you were so close to killing the enemy, but Fortress ends up getting the kill, and it's precisely because of this burst of health if you hit this enemy 6 times with basic attacks. So don't be surprised if you're playing with a Fortress and you notice that, why aren't I getting any of the kills? It's because of this. But you know what? Sometimes these bleed procs are what really saves the day for the entire team. So let's not complain about it, really. It's all about teamwork, and however we get the kills, as long as we get the kills, right? Some sort, yeah. So I'm here just gonna put a sneaky little scout trap right there and get some more. You're gonna get my vision all around the jungle if I can. Going up to lane. You're gonna see what I can do with this this saw right there. Once again, I am late to the party. I didn't realize Black Feather going in there. I looked around me and I'm like, where is he? Okay, so Black Feather is able to take out the Joel. However, our Celeste died early on to that Rona, so a bit of an exchange right there. And we just want to be really careful. I'm going to trip the scout trap. I see Rona spinning by herself, so I'm just going to apply my bleed proc on her. And that's going to allow us to deal a lot more damage onto her as well. So there we go. We got the lane. I mean, we got the farm in lane. And here comes Saw. So I try to warn Black Feather to stay away. He's going to focus on you really quickly, and he does. So we're going to just run. And waiting for this Celeste to come in. Okay, so here comes another fight. I activate my wolves. I go in for the saw. I didn't apply my bleed. Oh, I do now. And he's getting really low. And as he rolls back, then he dies from me. Like one of my bleed. I think it was my bleed that actually took him out entirely. So that was it was cool. See, even though he's so far away, we're still able to finish him off. So that's awesome stuff. Now we're just waiting for the chance to jump in. Okay, I'm just waiting to see if Joel wants to attack us. If she does, I'll go in for her. If not, I'll go for the main and mine. However, Black Feather does intend to go in for her instead. So I said there's no point really for us doing that. We're just gonna take the farm. And then Rona decides to jump in, and we're gonna go in on them in that case. Look at Rona's HP. Look, her health bar just went from full to 0 in like less than 2 seconds with all the CC and stuns and whatnot, and my bleed proc and stuff like that. It was insane. So we have a lot of damage potential in this team, I must say. So I'm you know, it's really good to know that our team is doing really well in terms of the damage department, especially seeing how usually Celeste and Black Feather would be somewhat of a late game hero, but in this early game phase, they are doing quite well, especially against a Saw in lane. Saw being the big bully early game is now being held back as much as possible. Speaking of which, here he is trying to port back, and I just go ahead and jump on him, and we take him out. Oh, that's one of the perks of having a ability like Truth of the Tooth. I can just go ahead and pounce in and finish him. Okay, and here we are. We're trying to take the turret, but our Blackfire take a lot of damage. I use my Fountain of Renewal to save him, and that's why he's able to stay alive right there. And now we're gonna turn our focus onto Rona and Joel. So far, nothing coming out of it as Celeste ports back to get some HP. And now I put my bleed prop onto Joel, and with that we're able to finish her off. But however, look at Blackfeather, he's so close to dying there, and thanks to the turret and his barrier from his B ability, he managed to kill off the Rona before he dies to the Saw. Speaking of Saw, here we go. We're gonna focus on him with the core collapse, and wow, even an ultimate overkill there by Celeste. And we get the ace. That's the most important thing. Now we can finally push down this turret after many times of trying. So here we go. We are in a good position now. We took the gold mine once. We got one turret. We're winning in fights. So everything's going very well, I must say, in this early game with my team. I think Celeste now is getting stronger. I mean, generally, Celeste as a pick for a lane. Because of her cooldown acceleration. First, in 1.16, they reduced the cooldown. Is it 1.16? I think so. They reduced her cooldown on her core collapse, so she can use the core collapse more often. Then it was this patch they reduced the cooldown on her heliogenesis as well. Anyway, here we go, another fight here. Look at that, my renewal saves Celeste again, and not again, but saves Celeste, like how I saved Blackfeather earlier on. Now we're going to turn our attention to Saw, who is very low here. Unfortunately, we're not able to kill him off before he killed our Celeste. But now we're just going to focus on Joel to secure this ace. She's just nowhere to run, and I get the kill again. And that's already 10 kills to me in 11 minutes. It's almost 1 kill a minute from me. And I'm a roam. So that goes to show you the so-called power of Fortress, because really he just kills everything. His damage is so high and his bleed proc is so deadly. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna get the gold mine here again, giving us 204 gold. Woo, that's a lot of gold, man. Okay, and I finally built my Atlas Pauldron. This is gonna be for both Rona and the Saw, because Saw doesn't really have attack speed per se, but he does have a spin up thingy. So I want to make sure that once he's spun up, I want to reduce his attack speed, because otherwise he's gonna hurt a lot. Here's Rona. I think she just want to trip the scout trap right there. And we're gonna go in for Joel instead right here. She's being caught out. Let's see if we can finish her. She decides to jump back in even though she's so low in health. And then that gives us the opportunity to finish her. We're gonna take out the Rona, and then we're gonna focus our attention onto Saw. Look at the damage going on to Saw right there. Even though he was using his ult on us, we're still able to finish him off right there. Once again, my kill. 11 kills, guys. This is insane. And now we're gonna use this ace to push down one turret. And we're gonna go steal their farm or something. Oh, can we push another one? I think we could have potentially pushed another one down. There's only Joel up there. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna just grab the minion mine. I'm gonna check for them if they're coming. They do intend to try to pressure us here. And we're just going to steal their farm, keep stealing their farm, deprive them of any money as much as possible. I'm gonna get some scout traps, put them around here. Yeah, just keep getting our money. That's the most important thing. We want to be fed as much as possible. Sorry about that, guys. A bit of a sore throat now. I can see Celeste trying to hide in that bush, so I'm not gonna wait for join them here. Once they appear, we're gonna go in for them. Celeste is really aggressive, I must say. For someone so squishy, she should at least stay in the back lines. But we go in on that Joel. My goodness, she doesn't even have the chance to use her ult on us. because her health bar was just depleting so quickly. By the time she jumped in, she was almost dead. So okay, here we go. We're just gonna push down this turret since no one's gonna defend it. I'm getting a lot of the turret aggro right there. So okay, we're able to take it down. There we go. I tell them not to go in. No point. We're just gonna keep on stealing their minion mine. We're gonna get this 150 gold every time if we can. And Celeste has ported back to base. I think maybe she was running out of energy. I'm not sure, but well, she decides to port back. So we're just gonna go ahead and steal the farm. We won't engage just yet. In fact, I don't really want to fight if I don't have my wolves. So I must say that having the wolves in the fight, in team fights, it's so beneficial because it gives Fortress a health boost. Yeah, health boost, and it gives the whole team like a speed boost, and because you know the wolves also can help to proc the bleed, proc the bleed stacks, something like that. You know what I mean, right? So yeah, so it's really very useful to have the wolves in the fight. So I try as much as possible not to engage the wolves. I try not to engage without the wolves. That's what I mean to say, guys. Here we go. We couldn't take any of them out as they all get back to base, and they're wasted out there by Joel. So that's good for us. We know that she's down by 1 ult now. I was actually quite tempted to go in, seeing how that she wasted her ult, but we perhaps decided to just go ahead and hide and wait for them to come out. And then I activate my wolves once I see Joel right there, and then we just go in on her, and she got core collapsed, and she just cannot get away. I use my Atlas Pauldron on the Saw, and we finish him off very quickly as well. Rona has nothing to do but run. And that is, look at that. I mean, in that team fight, we deleted the other team so quickly. It was quite scary for me to watch as well, to be honest. My team is super aggressive. This Celeste, she's like, oh, I'm gonna go in all the way. She's like front line, man. She's like front line kind of carry. So it was quite scary for me because my job is to protect my allies, right? So but she's like, whoa, hold on, girl, stay in the back lines, you have the range. Anyway, we see Rona coming over here trying to steal the Kraken from us, and then we decided to turn all we managed to get the Kraken at the end, and we take her out. Wow, once again a big overkill there by Celeste. But okay, we got the kill. So I'm gonna get my Aftershock here. I don't bother getting the Warhorn yet because anyway, my team, I am a walking Warhorn, so there's really no need for us to really get that speed boost. I walk into this bush, I activate my wolves, and we go out and try to get to this Saw, who gets stunned. So I see that Saw most likely is gonna be dead. So I'm just gonna focus on the Jewel. Unfortunately, she gets back to base before I can even kill her. And we're just gonna focus on the turrets in this way. Then again, she does jump in to use her ultimate, so we're just gonna go ahead and just, you know, finish her off since she presented herself to us. I've used my fountain to help my Celeste, and now we're gonna all focus onto this Rona. I must say she seems to be the tankiest out of everybody. Like, we find it so easy to just take down the Joel, but when it comes to Rona, because of her, I think she bought a Serpent's Mask or something like that. It was so difficult to kill her. Anyway, that's GG, everybody. We won the game. I got 12 kills at the end of the day. It's crazy for a roam to get 12 kills right there. I'm actually on par, exactly the same score as my Black Feather, who's a carry. So that was pretty fun, I must say. I really enjoyed this match. I really enjoy playing Fortress right now. Let me know your thoughts, everybody, about Fortress. Hopefully, maybe if I really enjoy playing him quite a lot, I might invest into getting the tier 1 skin at least. Alright, so that's it, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know your comments and keep on watching my videos. I hope to be coming back very soon with yet another episode. Until then, be awesome and stay awesome. Bye-bye.